If, like me, you get excited about the new latest bit of kit that comes out on the market, you'll understand how excited I was when Fox asked me to test out the new prototypes for the Stratos 12,000 mag and the Stratos 12,000. I was given the reels, I took them away, and over the period of about 12 weeks, I really put these things through the mill, and they performed brilliantly throughout. First and foremost, the things to notice is they're a rather subdued colour. We try to avoid making them look like a Christmas tree bauble, and they look extremely carpy. Secondly, they're made from magnesium, just as strong as aluminium, but importantly half the weight. And that is vital in terms of balancing the setup, especially when you think about distance casting. The spool itself, the slow oscillation allows the line to be laid down perfectly, again giving you those extra few yards. I need to tell you that mine's infinitely greater than mine designed all the specifications for this reel, and as interesting as they are, we need to know exactly what this reel's capable of. Okay, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and introduce you to the two different models. First one we're going to look at is the Stratos 12,000 mag. Let's start at the front of the reel and the clutch system. It has an absolute load of ball bearings stuffed in there, and what that means is the angler is capable of making fine-art adjustments when he's actually playing a carp, and that is vital to actually playing one successfully. Couple that with the fact there's a dirt guard underneath there that stops any little bits of grit and sand getting in and stopping the clutch working normally. In worst case scenarios, it can cause the reel to lock up and then result in you losing a carp. So it's vital that that works superbly. The spool itself then has a line clip on it, and the line clip is just about as line friendly as it's possible to get. You've no need to protect your line with anything. You can simply clip it up underneath the line clip and cast repeatedly to it as many times as you like, and it looks after your line. The handle of the reel has been designed specifically to balance the whole thing out, and that helps tremendously when you're reeling in big leads from long distances. It makes it so much less of a chore. At the back of the reel, you have the free spool facility. It's off when the lever is flush to the body, and it's on when you click it away from the body of the reel. And one point I want to bring out here, just below that lever, is a tension dial. By using in the tension dial, you can add tension to the spool when the carp takes off with your hook bait, and it makes it more difficult. Before you've even picked up the rod, the carp is working hard, and you're beginning to tire him from the get-go. And the other model is the Stratos 12,000. It's got exactly the same specs as the mag version, except obviously it hasn't got the free falls facility on the back. We've created the two models to cover every need of the modern day carp angler. Delving back into the reel box then, you'll find the spare spool. It comes in a handy little plastic tub, and not only does that protect the spool from any damage, it protects the line that you've got on it. The reel itself comes fitted with the standard spool that covers just about any eventuality we're going to come across in our normal fishing. This is a shallow spool, vital when it comes to distance casting with light line and a leader. And on the spool itself is a little knot recess where the knot you tie the line on will go. That stops any lumps and bumps forming and stopping the line lay acting effectively. Also available is a continental spool, much deeper than the two you'll get with the reel, and it allows travelling anglers going abroad and anglers who fish big reservoirs abroad to tow baits out at incredible distances. You may well have noticed we've come to a different lake. The lake we were on before was a very, very busy day ticket water, and the last thing I want to do is, when I show you what this rod and reel combo is capable of doing, is casting over other people's lines and ruining their fishing. Like anything in life, the more you practice, the more you get the technique right, the better you'll become at it. I'm going to show you the way that I cast when I'm going for long range. Other people have got other ideas, and I'm not going to argue with any of those, but this is how I do it. I don't cast to the side, I cast over my head. One, that allows me to get the distance I want to go and I'm comfortable with it. And number two, coming over the top of my head is infinitely more accurate than coming round from the side. So we'll just quickly go through the process. Okay, the first thing to sort out is the actual drop. And by that I mean where the lead is in relation to the rod tip. I actually prefer quite a long drop. So the first thing I'll do is set the lead up exactly where I want to cast it. Next thing to do, quite obviously, is to take the bail arm off. Check the clutch is tight and that the free spool is off. Because if that line slips over your finger when you cast, you're going to be minus the end of a finger. And then get into position to cast. Very similar to the boxer's pose. Yeah, your front foot at this moment in time is taking all my weight and is pointing at the target where I want to cast. The rear foot is there just solely for support for the time being. I always give the line, when I'm going for a big cast, a little tweak in case there's any of the lines wrapped around any of the rings, and the last thing you want to do is be sending a free lead across the lake at 200-300 miles an hour. It becomes a very dangerous object, so safety should be foremost in your mind. Okay, to make the cast then. Just check there's nothing behind that your rig or your mark or whatever you're going to cast is going to get caught on, and there's nobody walking around. The last thing you want to do is clump them on the head or catch them with a hook when you're going for the big cast. Okay. The rod, as I say, is going to come over my head. Check again, everything's clear. Lean back so your weight's on your rear foot. Then you're going to transfer it very quickly to the front foot. And that went a very long way. You'll also notice, as I made the cast, as the cast is going on, as the lead is coming down to touch the surface of the water, I started feathering the cast. As it hit the water, I trapped the line on the spool. This enabled me to feel the lead down onto the lake bed. I like to fish silt, so that's what I'm feeling for, a soft donk when the lead hits the bottom. If gravel's your intention, then a much firmer donk will indicate you've landed where you want to be. And that's important, not only if that's where you've baited, that's where you want your hook bait to be, but from a confidence point of view, and that's all important in fishing. Okay, the next thing to do is reel it in from a very, very long way out. As we said before, it's technique, and if you have the opportunity to do it, get to a quiet lake, get into a field even, and practice casting. The more you practice, the better you'll become at it. Don't leave it for just the times when you're going fishing, because if the fish are showing well over 100 yards, it's very, very frustrating when you can't get a hook bait where the fish are feeding.
These reels are far lighter than traditional models, but achieve a better balance, and yet they remain super strong. The mag's oversized, instant, anti-reverse roller bearing provides no backlash. This forward winding only mode allows for greater clutch control. The Stratos mags have a unique grit guard. This helps eliminate both water and dirt entering into the internal clutch compartment. Multiple ball bearings help create a smooth transmission. The standard Stratos has 15 and the FS version has 19. All of the mag reels come complete with a shallow spare spool. This is ideal for braid fishing with its very low diameter. It also comes with a protective tub. A continental spool for fishing those huge waters is also available as a separate option. 12,000 mags have a super slow oscillation. Not only does this give you longer and more accurate casting, definitely helps with line longevity. The integral line clip is not only sprung loaded, it is also cushioned. This definitely helps to stop the line damage. The FS 12000 model comes complete with a unique Fox free spool facility. This isn't available on the 12000 standard model.
Okay, I've had a bit of a result, so I think the best thing to do is get her out on the mat and have a look at her. And there you have it, a 31 pound scale perfect February common carp. I have to say it doesn't get much better than that. The Stratos 12,000 reels gave me the ability to get to the areas I wanted to fish. The fish fought like a tiger. It was a pleasure hearing the clutch purr in the early morning sunshine. Everyone at Fox hopes you enjoy using the Stratos 12,000. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Doesn't get any better than that in winter, that's for sure.